even affirmations here. But we're going to get into the training here. Hopefully, you guys have shared this message. Having some keto coffee this morning.
Good morning, everyone.
We've used our frother. If you don't have a frother, I don't even know what you're doing with your life. But anyway, we got our frother going here that we've used to make sure that the keto coffee is just, I mean, it's milky, it's silky, it's absolutely delicious. Tell me what products you've used this morning. This is my second product that I've actually used already, and it's not even, it's only 10 o'clock a.m., okay? So I've had the keto energy. I've had my, having my keto coffee. Probably after this, I'll have my greens on the go, and then we'll be getting into some more stuff with some more meetings later on. But anyway, I'm excited. Everybody's on the broadcast. This is obviously also going to be recorded for many of our partners all over the world that have not had a chance to, will not have a chance to watch it live. They'll get a chance to watch this recording. Also, if you have questions, okay, you've got questions. Comments, we'll go through them periodically over the next 60 minutes that we do have and talk through maybe some of the questions that do come up a little later on. But tonight or this morning, this afternoon, I wanted to get very specific and detailed about this business. You know, obviously we've been in the business now several weeks, many of us for the last several weeks. Some of you are just getting started within the last several days. But the key to the business is simplicity. And so a lot of times leaders and people all around the world that look at our type of business model, they want to know, where is the money, or how do I get to the money, whether that's $500 a month, $500 a day, or $500 an hour. And those things are definitely possible within It Works Global. I'm going to talk specifically about, before I go through some of the numbers here, I want to talk about the mentality that you should have as it relates to It Works. For those of you that are looking, huh?
I can't hear it on this.
Okay, you can't hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Am I unmuted?
It's unmuted.
Okay.
But I don't on my phone.
Let me see here.
Oh, wait, maybe I have to do this.
You can turn up your volume. All right. Is that coming through? Am I coming through?
I don't hear it. I took it off of that.
Okay. Well, send in the comments, guys, if you guys can hear me.
We can hear. Okay.
Oh, she can hear. Okay, good. Thank you, Nina. That was Nina Moore?
Yes.
Of course. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. We want to make sure everybody can hear. But a couple of things I want to lay out in terms of the precedents. Number one, the system that I'm going to teach on today, this is the system that we've been using for the last decade of our careers. You know, many of you know we've been involved in the profession of network marketing, home-based business for the last 14 years. The first 6 I would consider practice. You know, you don't get paid a lot of money to practice, but when you practice the principles, then you can participate in the promises. What do I mean by that? We learn from some of the biggest and some of the best people that have gone out and created large teams and have earned millions of dollars and taught other people how to earn high 6- and 7-figure incomes. And so it doesn't matter what business we build. A lot of times people want to know, well, how is it that you and your team, you're able to accomplish the results that you accomplish? And here's what I will tell you. I want that pushed back a little bit. I don't have room to move around.
Well,
okay. Can they see or no?
They can, but.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I just need to be able to move.
Just stop right there. You good.
Okay, good. All right. So a couple of things here. The reason why is because a couple of things. And I'll wait for my wife to finish up because I'm getting distracted. Go ahead and finish with whatever you need to finish, baby, in terms of setting up and texting.
It's already done. Just keep on.
Okay, good. I can't focus on what I need to teach on. Okay?
You just asked me to move this.
All right. So now here, when I look at what I'm going to teach on today, I want you guys to understand we've been involved in 2 companies in the last 10 years. And in those 2 companies, what most people don't realize is we've used the same system. Now, I don't belittle anybody's system. If you, a lot of times people do things on social media, people do things online, people do a lot of different things in terms of marketing or building their business. We don't demonize or talk down about them whatsoever. If you want to use different strategy, different methodology, different system, that's completely up to you. Now, After saying all that, I'm going to talk to you about the system that we've utilized within It Works that has allowed us to create the results that we have created. Not only for ourselves personally, you heard me talk about Nina and Paul Moore. I mean, they got into the business with us and utilizing this system here became double diamonds in their first 30 days. Now, many of you don't understand what that income is, but it's a multiple five-figure a month income. When you talk about all of the bonuses and commissions included, you're talking about a very, very significant amount of income. Obviously, we had several other people become diamonds on the team within the first 30 days. You look at Mr. Tracy and Kay Fisher. They went out using this system, became diamonds in the business here within the first 30 days. Again, another five-figure income that they earned with commissions and bonuses here. You look at Rashid Coleman and his lovely wife. Got involved in the business, first 30 days, became diamonds in the business. What happened with that? Well, guess what? Another five-figure income that they earned their first 30 days. We had emeralds that got promoted as well. We had rubies. I mean, thousands upon thousands of dollars that they earned within their first 30 days utilizing this particular system. Now, why do I set that as the precedence? I set it at the precedence because in business, I want you to understand you have to learn how to provide and protect, okay? You have to learn how to provide and how to protect. What do I mean specifically by that? What I mean is you have to learn how to provide a system to your teammates, to your team members, and protect them from themselves and the other systems that may work on other teams and other organizations and other companies. You've got to provide the system and protect people from distractions, protect them from other systems. It doesn't mean that they're bad. It just means that what takes place in our business is oftentimes people get confused and they get convoluted with a lot of the other systems that are taking place or being taught. So what we do is we keep it very simple. We don't de-edify other people's systems. We don't de-edify other people's strategies. We make sure that we provide and protect the system. Now, here's another thing I want to talk about before we get into details. One thing that you got to remember as a leader, until you're all in, you do not allow God to pour his blessings on your business. Now, what do I mean by all in? Sometimes people think being all in means you need to quit your job or you need to quit your income or, just be doing It Works, 1,000%. No, that's not what I mean. When I talk about being all in, my perspective of all in is everyone knows, everybody that meets me, everybody that's connected to me, whether they're in network marketing or out of network marketing, they know exactly and precisely where I've planted my flag. I'm not dibbling into this. I'm not dibbling into that. I'm not 1 foot over here, 1 foot over here. I am completely all in. See, notice, ladies and gentlemen, you won't see Portia and Jared Wilkins. You won't hear people say, oh, yeah, they're in It Works, but they've got a position over in this company. Or they've got multiple streams of income in this network marketing company or this affiliate company or that company. No. Why? Because we're all in. Am I against people that do things here and do things? Not at all. I'm just giving you a principle that once you decide to buy into it, I promise you, the multiplication effects that take place in your business will be things that you couldn't even imagine. A lot of times we're asking people to follow us and follow our lead, and here's what we're doing. We're misleading them. What do I mean by misleading? You are miscommunicating or misappropriating where you are and what you're doing. Do people know what you're doing? Okay. Now, I'm not saying go on social media and just blast, your links and this. No. That's not what I'm saying, although that's a part of communicating where you are. I'm just saying, when I mention the name Bill Gates, the first thing you think of is Microsoft. When I say the name LeBron James, you think of basketball. You know exactly where their name is synonymous with what they're doing. When I say, Tiger Woods, you'll think of golf. Why? Because that's what they're doing. Honey, do we have a fan? It's hot up here, too.
I just turned the AC on.
Okay.
Yeah.
My wife is doing all types of stuff, making this look all pretty, making it look all good.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
And she's handling it all. But man, I'm fired up, guys. I'm excited to talk about this. We're going to have the fan on in a moment here, and we'll get into this training. Now, let's talk a little bit about It Works. I just want to kind of give you mentality behind applying these things, because a lot of times people are like, okay, what's going on with my business? Or how is this person achieving success? Or how is that person achieving success? And what typically takes place is we begin comparing our offline struggles to people's online successes. And it's a very dangerous thing to do in terms of comparison. Now, let's talk about It Works from a standpoint of the system that's in place. When we looked at It Works, there were a couple of things that had me focus in on this company in terms of the results. A lot of people have probably heard of It Works, but you don't know of It Works. And I share this with all of the leaders when we talk in terms of just the results. Now, I want you to write these down, please. Using this system, It Works has already, in the last 6 years, they've created over 100 millionaire club members. Okay, write that down, please. Over 100 millionaire club members within the last 6 years. That's over 100 distributors that have earned in excess of $1 million in distributor commissions. Very powerful. I can tell you right now, there's not too many companies in the home-based business arena, in the network marketing arena, that has that vast amount of people that have become millionaires in their company in that short period of time. Over 100 millionaire club members. Now, here's what you need. Over 90% of the top 100 or 200 income earners and distributors within It Works, this is their first time in network marketing. This is their very first company. Why is that important? I don't want you to have the thought process that you have to be a professional network marketer, or that you've got to galvanize large teams to have success over here. That's one of the biggest reasons why we chose It Works, is because we saw people that had never had success in network marketing, people that had never even been in network marketing, achieving the millionaire club member status, and that were earning 6 figures a year, multiple 6 figures a year. We saw people that were earning a part-time $20, $30, $40, $50, $60,000 a year. I'm talking about literally thousands of people around the world in 20 plus different countries that have been able to receive or achieve those results. That should really give those of you hope that maybe you haven't won in other companies, and that's okay. It can be for various reasons. It could be timing. It could have been, it just wasn't a good fit. It could have been whatever. Maybe you were lazy. You didn't work the system. I don't know. But over in It Works, I can tell you, there are people that have never done this. They've never built a business that are millionaire club members, that are 6-figure a year earners, multiple 6-figure a year earners. So 90+% of the top 200 income earners in the company, you can take that to the top 500, 90+% of them, this is their very first time in network marketing. Another interesting note you need to write down is less than about 90% of the company's revenue is generated here in the United States. 90% in small segments or sectors of the country. So it's not even, really all spread. I know in Texas and Houston, it's a very small, small market of people that have even heard of It Works. Okay, very important. So they've got a small concentrated areas like Wisconsin, okay, that have ambassadors there. They've got in Grand Rapids, Michigan. They've got a large segment of people in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Well, not a large segment, but they've got several ambassadors in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Thank you, honey. Just turn on the fan. Now I'm really feeling that cool air. Okay. Now, why is that important? Because you've got to get in the mentality. Because some of you're going to let stupid people try to poison your mind. Oh, I've heard of It Works. Oh, I know of it. You don't know nothing about It Works. All you know about It Works for most people is that It Works is a successful brand, it's a successful company, and they've got raps. Why do you know that? Because they've got a large segment of people that have never done network marketing, that have succeeded at a high level, and you're supposed to hear when people win championships. And some of you, you're going to allow people to poison your mind with nonsense when they don't really know the truth. And so I'm sharing these statistics, I'm sharing these numbers to help fortify and build your belief and your faith in terms of the vehicle that you found yourself in alignment with at this time, because everything in business is about timing. Now, 90% of the revenues are in the US. The second largest market in the company, that goes between France and Canada. Okay, France and Canada. I'll never forget hearing the story about how France was started. There's a young lady, never done network marketing before, came to a green carpet event, wanted to, obviously take the business over to France. And guess what? They said, we're not open in France. She says, well, what do we need to do to get open in France? The company told her, hey, listen, you get to $250,000 a month in sales and use one of the markets that we're already opened in. You figure out how to get the product shipped in there and have it drop shipped into France. And guess what? You get to $250,000 a month in sales and we'll figure something out. Do you know in less than a year, this lady was doing over $250,000 a month in sales, and she forced the company to invest the resources into opening up that market. Now that market does millions of dollars in revenue every single month because one lady who had never done network marketing did not buy into the misnomers of whatever is being said. She says, man, this product works. These products are amazing. I'm using them. I want to bring this to my home country. And guess what? She made it happen. For those of you that are looking to expand internationally, we've got 24 markets open now. We're in the process of opening another 10 countries over the next year. Okay, how are we going to do that? We're going to do it through our team's leadership. Just because they've got a bunch of people there, that's not the factor for how we're going to open up countries. Okay, we're going to open up countries because of sales volume. Meaning you need to be doing some sales volume in the countries that we're involved in. It doesn't matter logistics in terms of who you know that's in government or in approval. This is a $500 million a year company with people that understand how to do business, that know how to open up countries successfully. That's the least of their concerns of how to do that. They've got the money to do it. They do it correctly. In 18 years, they've never had to pull out of a country. They understand the logistics. They understand how to have people in place, warehousing, shipping, all of those things. You can put a check mark next to them. That's why we're here. But to open up those markets, it's going to take sales volume. It's going to take leadership. It's going to take you knowing this system. It's going to take you being a part of what we're doing. Why? Because 90% of the sales in the U.S., the other markets, make up about 9% of the company's revenue. Okay? Now, why is that important? I want you to get your mentality ready for the run. You got to get mentally prepared for the run. Whether you're running after an income goal, you're running after a body goal, I want you to get mentally prepared for that run. Now, here are the 3 steps that the company takes a new distributor through. Now, remember, I already told you, the company has produced over 100 distributors within the last 6 years that have become millionaire club members using this system. And it flows right into our 4-step system. So let me cover this with you. Remember, I talked about when we started here, it's all about provide and protect. Okay? Now, when you enroll for $99 in the US, I know in Australia it's $165. In Canada, it's a different amount. All over the world, this is the distributor kit. Okay? The enrollment kit is what we call the distributor kit, meaning you get samples of product in the distributor kit, and they're reformulating it now. We were just with corporate last week, and they were telling us some exciting things that are coming up from a standpoint of the distributor kit. So you enroll with the distributor kit. That's number 1. After you've enrolled with the distributor kit, I want you to understand there is 0 BV attached to the distributor kit. So you can run around and sign people up for $99. I know we've got the promo codes going on right now, where if you've purchased a ticket to convention, you've got these coupon codes that you use to enroll people, and many of you've been utilizing those like crazy. That's awesome, but I want you to understand, just because you enroll somebody in the business, that's just the first step. There's no money with signing up people, and it works. Write that down. Let me drink a little bit more of my keto coffee, because that's where the money is. It's in product. How we looking, baby? All right. So now you enroll them. Very key. You enroll them for $99. The next thing, as they are enrolling, I won't even let a person enroll until I talk to them about boosting their packs. Why is the boost important? Well, with the boost comes BV when you're building a business. Remember, you get paid on the BV, business volume. You hear companies talk about we generated X amount of dollars in revenue. That's business volume. What type of revenue? So BV is revenue. BV is sales. The BV is what you get paid on in the business. Now, here's what happens. When they boost their pack, I talk to my new business partner, my new distributor, about what their boost options are based upon what their goals are. So I give them 3 different options. Very important. I want you to pay very close attention, because some of you are missing it with step number 1. It's all about psychology. If you start them right, they'll finish right. Okay, now, here's what happens. I tell them when they get started, you've got 3 options that I would recommend, okay, to boost your pack. Why do they want to boost? What's in it for them to boost? They need product. You don't start a business without product. You've got to have product. Why? You need to sample the product yourself. You need to be able to share the product with other prospects, other friends, other relatives, other guests. You need to be able to do that. And so they've got to have product. He that has the most product in the marketplace circulating wins. You cannot build a business on $99 or $20 or $50. If they're saying, hey, I don't have any more money, what I would recommend you do, sign them up or enroll them as a loyal customer. Okay? What? You're not making any money when they join for $99. Do you know a person that spends 100 BV as a loyal customer pays you more money than someone who joins at $99? Because if you enroll a loyal customer with 100 BV, you make 15% of 100 BV. That's $15. If they enroll for $99 and they don't boost their pack, you make $0. Why in the world would you let them spend $99 or $20 if you're using a coupon for them to become a distributor and take up space? Guys, if they don't have $300, $500, $1,000, $2,000 to invest into starting a business, remember mentality, let them be a customer. Let them be a loyal customer. Let them sample some of the product. Let them go through that experience, and then they can upgrade from a loyal customer to a distributor. Okay, so now 200 BV, I call this my beginning business pack. This is designed, a 200 BV order is designed for the person that says, I don't really believe, I don't really know if this is going to work, but I'm going to stick my toe in the water. See if the water is wet. Let me see if these products work. Let me see if somebody is going to join. Great. 200 BV order is for you. We can customize the order. I let them customize their order with the sampleable products. So your keto coffee, okay? All of the sampleable products, meaning the products that you can give away in samples. Like, hey, have you tried it? Or try this, or try it, or whatever it is. Those are the products that I let them boost their pack with. Keto coffee, keto energy, greens on the go, collagen if it's available in their market as well. The wraps, okay? The wraps product, fat fighter, thermophyte, I'm sorry. Those types of products, I let them enroll with those main core products. The keto coffee, the keto energy, greens on the go, collagen if it's available in their market, and wraps, okay? And then the other nutraceutical lines, the minerals, the vitamin minerals, the omega-3, some of the other products, they can order those secondary to boost their pack. Now, depending on what they have told me their goals are in terms of earning, we'll talk about that in our game planning session. That's what determines what level I suggest for them to boost to. So a person that said, no, I'm serious, I want to come build the business, I'm going to make some great income here, great part-time income, I want to get to that ruby level, emerald level, diamond level. Guys, you want them at this 400 BV to really 1,000 BV order. okay? What? They're going to need the product, especially when they start hosting sip and shares. When they start sampling, they're going to need product. One of the biggest and most frustrating things me and Portia have been dealing with in the business, we don't have enough product. My wife keeps drinking up all my keto coffee.
It's not yours, it's ours. We're married.
She keeps drinking up all of ours keto coffee. Okay? She keeps drinking up all of ours. Okay, so now, one of the biggest things is products. Remember, if you start them right, they'll finish right. Obviously, everybody has a different budget. But their budget, and I want you to write this down, their budget is based on their belief. You've got people putting up thousands of dollars to join a bunch of bull crap all over the world. They're paying thousands of dollars for air, for training systems for $2,000 and $5,000 and $10,000 and $20,000. People have the money. Do never buy in to the thought process that a person is broke. No, they're not. They just don't believe yet. And that's okay. That's why we got bronze, silver, gold. Good, better, best. Why am I spending or investing time talking about this step? Because if you miss this step, they won't do step 2 and number 3. This is the reason why many people aren't on step 2 or haven't done step 2 and are not on step 3 is because we are not starting them right on step number 1. You've got to get them into the mentality day 1. If they're running a business, they're talking about doing business, you got to get them to put up business money. If not, let them be a loyal customer. I promise you, I was talking with a couple of gentlemen. They were asking me to do several things in the business, and we're like, okay, we knew what the resources were going to be. And I asked them, I said, are you guys, do you have your loyal customers here? Oh, we're getting to it. Oh, stop. Nope. I went and revisited. I noticed they don't have 200 BB orders. They don't have a 400 or a 1,000. Guess what? This lets you know what their level of commitment is and their level of belief is. Okay? It's not 100% accurate because we know sometimes you have people, they enroll for 400 BB or 1,000 BB, but they do nothing. And you're going to have that. There are always exceptions to the rule. But by general rule, when they get started at one of these higher packages, guess what? That is someone indicating to you, not only are they serious, not only are they ready to go, but they know other people that are just like them. Guys, you got to get some keto coffee in your life. I promise you. It'll boost your BV. Now, step number 2, okay, enroll 4 loyal customers within your first 30 days. Okay? Now, you got this step. Put a check mark next to it. If you don't have, if you know you got started in the business, listen to me. If you know you got started in the business and you didn't order any of these packages, go in today. You got the money on your credit card, your debit card, your mom's, your dad, it doesn't, I want you to boost your pack immediately. Why? None of this other stuff will work until, guess what? You do step number 1. Very important. Now, enroll 4 loyal customers within your first 30 days. You do that, you enroll 4 loyal customers, the masses of people can do it. We hadn't even talked about recruiting anybody. We hadn't talked about building a business. Remember, it's all psychology. Most people will not go recruit another distributor. They will not build a team. And guess what? That's phenomenal. We're not trying to force everybody to build a team. We tell them, go get 4 loyal customers right away. They get 4 loyal customers within their first 30 days. They get $100 in free product credit. The $100 shows up in the back office. They can use that $100 to order more wraps, more keto coffee, more keto energy, whatever they want to use it for. Now, here is what's important as a leader. When a new person enrolls into your business and there are reports in your back office that shows you this, you want them enrolling their first 2 loyal customers within their first 24 hours right away. Why? Well, remember, once they've enrolled their first 2 loyal customers, whoever sponsored that distributor into the business, as long as they are Fast Start bonus qualified, meaning they've enrolled at least 2 loyal customers within their first 30 days, they get a $100 Fast Start bonus. Okay? The money starts being moved when customers are enrolled. That's why it's step number 2. It triggers every other bonus in the compensation plan. You want people enrolling loyal customers in 24 hours. Okay? Now, why is it also important? If they enroll 4 in their first 30 days, they get the $100 fast start, the $100 credit. If they enroll 5 loyal customers within their first 30 days, they also get they also get $150 product credit if they enroll 5 loyal customers. Why is that important? Well, if they enroll the first loyal customer within the first 3 days of enrolling as a distributor, and they do 5 loyal customers within 30 days, they get the $150 credit. But here's what's important. In addition to that, the reason why we teach enroll 2 loyal customers within their first 24 hours is it makes them fast start bonus qualified. Until they've enrolled 2 loyal customers within their first 24 hours, they cannot earn fast start bonus commissions. So if they recruit another distributor in the business, they don't get the $100 when that person becomes fast start bonus qualified. Why? Because they haven't enrolled their first 2 loyal customers. So what I tell all of the people that I personally recruit, my wife and I personally recruit, because I recruit distributors, and so does Portia.
Just put one in.
She just put another one in. Who you put in?
You'll see when you're done with your training.
She in here enrolling people. I'm over here training, and she's enrolling. Okay, it's fun when husband and wife and spouses are rolling together. I promise you, it's fun. So she's enrolling distributors. I'm enrolling distributors. She's hounding people to become loyal customers. I'm kind of hounding them. No, I'm just kidding. But she's enrolling loyal customers. I'm enrolling loyal customers. Why? Because we're working together. Now, some of you couples, that's not how you're building. Some of you saying you're supporting, or supporting, go get them, honey, or whatever. That's fine. But I promise you, when you start working it together, it becomes powerful. Now, for some of you, that's uncomfortable. The truth is oftentimes uncomfortable. But when you and your spouse are building the business together, I promise you, your relationship will get better.
Mm-hmm.
Your marriages will get stronger. Why? Because you're in sync. I'm taking care of the kids and she's, building the business. Or I'm taking care of the kids and he's building the business. Guys, been doing this 14 years. I've noticed a lot of things. When husband and wife are doing the business together, doesn't mean she's showing the plan. Doesn't mean he's showing the plan. I'm not talking about that specifically, but you have to identify roles within the marriage, whereas each individual is doing something. You got to get your spouse on board with doing something in the business. We just so happen to do the business together, and we make it fun. It's light. It's exciting. And people all around the world, they enjoy that as well. So, roll your first 2 loyal customers, become fast start bonus qualified. Remember, we got now. If you don't get these 2 in order, you will not do step number 3. Guys, this is how they've kept this thing so simple. A lot of people think, it's the wraps. The wraps have a huge part to deal with it because the wraps, number one, they work. They sold over 66 million wraps. 66 million wraps. They're working. The only people that I've noticed that they have some complaint about the wraps are individuals that have had a misguided expectation about the wraps. They thought they put on the wraps and they're going to lose 20 pounds in 45 guys. No. Okay? It tones, tightens, and firms the skin. You're going to have to put that chicken away, the fried chitlins, all that cornbread, all that starch. You got to put all that crap away. Okay? I know some of y'all, I'm just put on my little wraps. I'm finna eat a feast. And you're going to be just, round. Okay? So the wraps, they tone, tighten, and firm the skin. And they're only one of the 50 products that the company markets. And the wraps are no longer even the number 1 seller in the company. The keto coffee is. Number 2 goes between the greens on the go and the collagen product. That's number 2 and number 3. Number 4 is the hair, skin, and nails. Okay. Then number 5 is the wraps. Okay. So I want you guys to understand that. I had a guy ask me, well, what product do you think is going to be a residual based product? I mean, people aren't going to keep buying wraps all the time. And I told him, shut up. Please, just shut up. I get like the guys. I understand what happens with people here. You allow people to steal your dream by planting stupid seeds in your mind. And I told him, shut up. Your company that you're with, they don't even do $100 million a year in sales. And your products that I tasted, they're nasty. Okay? And y'all don't even believe in customers. I asked you when we met how many customers you got on the books. Oh, we don't think about customers. We build teams. Told them, shut up. Company's doing $500 million a year in sales. We've got over 2 million, write this number down, over 2 million new customers a year enrolling into our business. Excuse my language when I say shut up. I know some of you that's offensive, but I get very aggressive when it comes to protecting what goes here. If you want to know what some of our talent is, not our speaking, it's what I allow to get here. I don't allow people to pour excuses and garbage in my mind. I violently take it by force, my mind. Now, you enroll your loyal customers, get this done. 24 hours, get it done, make it fun. Enroll your aunt, enroll your mom, enroll a family member.
Get it done, make it fun.
Get it done and make it fun. There you go. Now, enroll a family member. It doesn't matter. Get it done right away. It's a 25 BV order for 90 days. That's all it is. It's a subscription for 90 days, 25 BV. So you can have your mom as a loyal customer. Guess what? She can be on the keto coffee. Maybe your mom stays with you, or maybe she doesn't. If she stays with you, you can have that product sent to you just in the second address line where it normally says apartment or suite number. Just write room 1, and you can have the product sent to that same address. Otherwise, it will reject it for fraud. Okay? And maybe your uncle stays with you, your brother, your sister. That could be your second loyal customer. You can put it on the same card, or maybe you have to use a different debit card, a different credit card. Maybe you use your own debit card for your own distributorship. You may use another card, maybe one of your other debit cards or credit card or whatever it is for the 2 loyal customers. Send it on. I don't care what you got to do. Get it done. 24 hours. Make it happen. Why? Because I want you to start running Ruby. Now, remember, the next segment of this conversation is for those of you that want to build a huge business. You want to build a team. You want to fulfill your dream, whether it's to make an extra $500 a month, maybe it's an extra $500 a week, or $500 a day, or even $500 an hour. I'm going to talk about building the business now. I'm going to teach on the philosophies that we've used to build the business. How does this work? Well, you become a Ruby. You go on your Ruby run, not your Ruby walk. Not your Ruby jog. Our business loves speed. Speed doesn't mean I'm all over the place. Speed means I've got a system that I'm running and following strategically. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I've got my blinders on and I'm running here. I'm not checking on what this company is doing. I'm not liking on what this leader is saying. I am completely focused. Guys, as we have been launching, since we made the decision to start running for the goals here, and you hear us talk about this project 100 million. Within the next 3 years, having a team that generates $100 million a year in revenue. Why is that important? Well, number one, I told you ambition is about me, vision is about we. Very important. The vision of $100 million a year in revenue or in sales, I already know the comp plan is going to pay a little over 50% of those revenues in commissions and bonuses to our team. That's over $50 million a year within the next 3 years that this team will be earning. Do you know how many moms and dads will now be retired when they're getting a percentage of that 50 million? Do you know how many single moms won't have to work 2 and 3 jobs? Do you know how many families are going to be brought together? Do you know how many people will be able to pursue their purpose work because they've got money as an issue out of the way? Do you know how many people that have wanted to write books and do seminars and do coaching that will now have the resources to go out and do it at a high level? Do you understand how many people have always wanted to do real estate at a high level, but they don't have the resources and they don't want to go out and deal with hard money lenders and have to get foreclosures on the project they're working on because they don't have the money? Do you know how many people want to travel? They want to go to Bora Bora. They want to go to, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. They want to go to all these places, but they don't have the resources. Guys, that's why our vision is what it is. Do you know how many people want to pay off the debt on the church they go to? That they want to write a check for the church's mortgage. Or maybe the church, the mosque, the synagogue, they have maybe a TV ministry, and they want to they want to pay for that TV ministry budget themselves. You know how many people right now, they're like, man, I need health insurance, but it's so costly. I can't pay these premiums. Or I need this major surgery. I need something taken care of. I need to, and they can't do it because, guys, that's why the vision. $100 million in revenue within the next 3 years. I already know the impact that's going to have on communities, what it's going to have on states, what it's going to have on countries around the world as we create that. Now, going on your Ruby run, this is where this 4-step system is going to come into place. Now, when you become a Ruby, as a Ruby, you're generating about 1,600 BV, business volume a month, with structure. I'm going to talk about structure now, okay? With structure, 1,600 BV. On average, a Ruby earns about $500 a month. Baby, let me know what time it is so I know how I need to.
It's
10:41. Okay, good. We're right on time. $500 a month. Now, when you hit the position of Ruby, the company has rank advancement bonuses right now for $1,000 that they pay you on top of the $500 a month. They break this payment down to $200 a month over a 5-month period. And when you hit it 1 month, they give you the first 200. The second month, they give you the next 200 as long as you're requalifying. If you miss it in a qualifying month, the next month you requalify, they'll pay you another 200 until 5 months have elapsed when they paid you the $200. This is the foundation for the build. It's 3 distributor legs. That means you've personally sponsored 3 legs of business that have generated. One of the legs is an executive. Okay, that means you recruit a person into the business as a distributor, not as a loyal customer. Talking distributor, building the team now. You recruit somebody as a distributor. And that person you recruit, they have to recruit at least 2 other distributors in the business. Now remember, I told you step number 1. Make sure after they enroll as a distributor, they boost their pack with 200, 400, or 1,000 BV. Let's say they're all boosting with 400 BV. Why? Because you did it at least. Now, if you didn't boost, you don't have the confidence or congruency to talk to people about ordering 200 BV worth of product, 400 BV worth of product, 1,000 BV worth of product. That's why I said this is step number 1 for you. Okay? Now, they boost their pack. 400 BV, this distributor that you personally enrolled, they can be on, they can boost their pack with 400 BV. As long as they're on an 80 BV authorship, they're now an executive. If they've got 2 people they personally enrolled that do 400 BV each for the month. So that means this distributor can enroll this distributor here. This distributor enrolled for $99. They boosted their pack for 400 BV. That's a qualified leg. Let's say this distributor enrolled this one here. They boosted their pack for 400 BV. That's another qualified leg. That makes this distributor an executive. Okay? Let's say you went out and you personally recruited another 2 other legs that generated 400 BV and 400 BV here by boosting their pack. Guess what? You are now a Ruby in the company. $500 a month income, $1,000 bonus, it's done. You can't get Ruby done. I know why you can't get Ruby done. You have not gotten in your mind and in your work ethic that you want to get it done. This is the only reason why you don't get Ruby done. Now, some people get it done much faster because they've got influence and they've got experience and work ethic. That's what determines the speed of your success. Influence, experience, work ethic. Influence. What's your credibility? Do people know, like, and trust you? Experience. Have you done something like this before? Have you worked with people? Have you led people before, whether in network marketing or out of network marketing? What is your experience specifically in the network marketing profession? Have you built a business before? We had dozens of people go Ruby the first 30 days. Dozens. Why? Influence, experience, work ethic. Ruby, guys, Ruby is the key that unlocks the door to diamond. That's why we said Ruby run, diamond is done. Ruby, you teach people how to do this. You hear us talk about charting them. This is why this is important. Let me talk about the 4 steps, and then we'll wrap it up. When a new person gets started, this is the system that I take them through. I walk them through. I make, guys, when people are having success, I can trace it back to these 4 steps that they're doing. When they're not having success, when they're struggling, I trace it back to these 4 steps, and I know they're missing one of the steps. Step number 1, become a product of the product. How are you going to become a product of the product if you hadn't boosted your pack? That makes sense. Well, let me get some samples. No. No, I'm not giving you no samples. You don't go to the beautician or to the barbershop. Hey, let me get me a sample hairdo. Let me get me a sample haircut. No, not giving you no samples. Buy product. Be a loyal customer. No. Well, Jared, that's why we do. Yes, you have samples at your in-home meetings, at your sip and shares. Your wraps, I don't sample the wraps. We sell the wraps. I'm in business. Put your business hat on now. Okay, now. So become a product of the product. You want to have product, okay? Now, another thing, set up proper auto ship. 80 BV a month. And write this down. You want to have that process on the 1st of every month. Why? When you process it on the 1st, it gives you mental momentum. Mental momentum is very important in our business. Why? Because what you do, your team will do in excess. So I want you to think about it. Let's say you've got, at some point, you have 100 distributors on your team. Okay? And they process 80 BV on the 1st. What's that? 80 BV times 100. Is that 800 BV? Or is that 8,000 BV? I think that's 800.
80 times
100.
8,000.
That's 8,000 BV on the 1st. Are you listening to me? But they will never process their order on the 1st if you don't do yours on the 1st. That's why I always recommend, when you enroll, they set it up automatically. You call in or you change it in the back office. Put your auto ship on the 1st. Get it done. Put your sample of products on auto ship. Guys, I don't even know. We invest hundreds of dollars in the product, and we keep running out. My wife keeps drinking my keto coffee.
Sir.
Okay? Now, so set that up on the 1st. Very important. Put it on the 1st. Now, step number 1, game planning session. You want to have a game planning session within 24 hours of a new distributor getting started. What is a game planning session? It is where I get an understanding of why you decided to get started with the business. Game planning sessions will save you so much time, so much energy, and so much money. Okay? Very important. I have the game planning sessions. I sit there with them. This is when I talk to them about when we're going to do their sip and shares. Why? The purpose of a game planning session, please write this down. The purpose of a game planning session is so that you can get into their warm market. That is the purpose of a game planning session. It's so that they can expose their contacts, their sphere of influence to you so you can share the plan and the products with them, whether it's through a Zoom meeting or an in-home meeting, online, whatever, online, offline, doesn't matter. I just happen to love offline. Now, your game planning sessions, they may last 15 minutes. They may last an hour. It just depends on who it is you're doing the game planning session with. But you want to make sure that you're doing game planning sessions with each new team member, each new distributor that starts in the business, okay? Now, next thing you want to do is write your list. Write your list. Notice I said write it. Some of us, we have it in our phones. And some of us, we're just going to use social media. And we're going to put up ads and we're going to post on something. Guys, if that's what you want to do, that's great. I know when we started, we put together a list. I wrote a list down. Doing this 14 years, I still wrote a list down. That's why we've now personally enrolled 31, 32 people into the business. Okay? And that's grown to, thousands of people in a very short period of time. Why? Because we write out a list and we understand how to engage people in the business. That's why in the team now, we've got dozens of people that went Ruby their first month, multiple people that went Emerald, diamonds that were promoted, double diamonds that were promoted. Why? Because we wrote out the list. So write your list. We recommend 50 potential loyal customers, 50 potential distributors on your list. Now, some of you, here's another thing that's interesting to know. 70% of the people that join the business will never make it past step number 1. 70% of the distributors will never write out a list, ever. We could talk about it till we're green in the face. They will not do it. They will not write, and that's okay. I look for the 30% that will. So if I sat down with you right now, you said, Jared, man, I'm looking to go Ruby. I'm looking to go Emerald, Diamond, whatever it is. My first question for you is, what pack have you boosted to? Have you gotten your customers enrolled? When I talk about your Ruby run, my next question is, did you get this done here? Have you written out your list? And I can promise you, a person that's going Ruby, they can put check marks next to all of these. So my question for you today is, if we were to sit down with you, could you put a check mark? Could you put a check mark next to these? Could you put a check mark? How many of you would be able to put check marks next to these? Could you put a check mark here? Oh yeah, I'm a product of the product. I'm using the product. I'm on auto ship for ADBV on the first. I've done a game planning session with my coach, the person running with me. They know what my goal is. They understand, what my income earning goal is and what I'm looking to accomplish. Could I put a check mark next to that? Oh, my list. Do I have my list written out? 50 potential loyal customers, 50 potential distributors that I'm going to expose, people that I know, people that know me, people that like me, people that trust me. Could I put a check mark next to this? See, whenever you can't put a check mark next to it, just understand, you're not following the proven system. You're following your own system, which is completely fine. But I promise you, following your system may not yield you the result that you're looking for. Now, here's where the rubber meets the road. Step number 3. Step number 3, host 4 sip and shares within the next 30 days or less. Within your first 30 days, you want to do at least 4 sip and shares so you can expose the people on your list to the product and into the opportunity. These sip and shares, I typically love doing them. The number one place I love doing them is in your living room. And you'll see many of us when we're social media and we're in someone's living room, you'll see the hashtag used, living room legend. Oh. Legend. Look at that word. Legend. Watch this. Watch this, guys. Watch this, guys. Legend. Legend. Root word of legend. Watch it. Leg. You see that? You can't be a legend till you have some legs. How do you gain legs? Go through this step system. Go through the 4-step system. So now, here it is. I'm doing 4 of these in my first 30 days as a distributor. You want to get on the good foot. You want to get fast on this. You don't have to do them in 30 days. You can do them within 3 weeks. You can do them within 2 weeks. You can do them within 1 week. Do you know for our first 60 days, we were doing about 3 to 4 sip and shares a day. Am I saying you should do that? Depends on what your goals are. Depends on how many people you want to impact. Depends on how many people you want to touch, how many lives you want to touch, how many people's bodies you want changed through these products, how many people's bank accounts you want changed through this income opportunity. So, sip and shares. These include your Zooms. So when you're doing your webinars, your online webinars, you can use that as an exposure tool as well. Maybe the person is in a different country or in a different market from you. You can set up personalized Zoom sip and shares, whereas you share the information. And guess what? Here's why I love the in-homes. If you give a person information, it goes to their head. If you give them an experience, it goes to their heart. The information that I teach or that we share by pressing play on the DVD or whatever it is, on the presentation, it's phenomenal. But when I let them sample the products, you let them sample that keto coffee, that keto energy. You let them sample some of our products, ladies and gentlemen. That gets to their heart. So sip and shakes. So you want to do these, guys, put a check mark, put 2 check marks next to these. Actually, nope, we're going to put 4 check marks. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the big, long-term influence, impact, and income is generated. Influence, impact, income is generated right in step number 3, showing the plan. Now, we've made it very simple. You can go to visioncarrier.com. There are 2 videos on visioncarrier.com. The first is a 5-minute video that explains overview of the company and the products. The 8-minute video explains the compensation plan. You can literally invite people to your home, let them sample the products first, direct them into your living room, edify the video. You don't just go, hey, I want you to watch it. No, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited that you came out today. You share 2 things. Number 1, you share how you were introduced to It Works. You got a phone call from a friend or whatever the method of introduction was. You flew over, whatever it is. You share how you were introduced. Number 2, you share why you chose to get started. Okay? How you're introduced, why you chose to get started, okay, with the business. And then thirdly, you edify the DVD or the presentation they're about to see. Ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor, put your phones on silent. I don't want anybody to be distracted and or disturbed for the next 13 or 14 minutes with the video that we're about to play. This is so important. The people that you're going to hear from are people that I am partnered with. They are extremely successful in this business. They're touching a lot of lives around the world. I don't want you to miss any of the information that they're going to share. This is literally changing people's lives for the better. If you would give me 13 minutes when nobody's distracted, I want you to watch this information. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And then guess what? You hit play. You let people watch the 5-minute overview. Let them watch the 8-minute compensation plan. After that, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Come back up. Guys, thank you so much for coming. We're going to hand out enrollment forms. You print out the enrollment forms, the loyal customer enrollment form, the distributor enrollment form. Turn on the music, okay? So it drowns out all the questioning. I don't come before the room and do Q&A, okay? I do Q&A individually. May share some testimonials. If I've got some other partners there that have, released weight or had, phenomenal testimonials with the product, they share that, boom. Then we go in, we talk specifically about their questions and answers or questions, and then we get them enrolled either as a loyal customer or distributor and boost their pack. So this right here, if you have not set up your sip and shares, you haven't done any of these at your home, you haven't done any of these for people that are on your team, today is the day you need to start booking sip and shares. We'll do another training in a very short period of time, probably on Sunday. We may talk and teach specifically on the protocol of sip and shares, how to do them from step 1 all the way through, and explain how they should flow. But now I just want to kind of give you high level of things to get and things to get done right away. Step number 4, plug into our proven system. Webinars like these are training systems that we have to teach you the business. We've got events that take place all over the country. We just got back from Philadelphia. Congratulations to that Philadelphia team. Had a fit camp that we did. It was just off the chain. We're going to be doing those all over the country. I know the next one is going to be in Dallas, Texas. Get ready, Dallas, December 8th. We're going to be doing a Super Saturday in Dallas. We're actually looking to do a fit camp on December 7th. So stay tuned for that information as well. Okay? Convention. Make sure that you are registered for that convention that's coming up. That's January 31st through February 2nd. We're going to have thousands of people from around the world that all converge and convene in Tampa, Florida at Amalie Arena. Go to itworks.com. You can log into your back office, purchase that ticket, because when you purchase the ticket as a new distributor for the event, they give you $100 off the normal price of $329, and you get those 20 codes if you purchase your ticket within 10 days of becoming a distributor. So make sure you're communicating that. But I'm telling you, all major events take place at the convention. For some of you, I already know right now, you're lying to yourself, trying to figure out and formulate excuses, justifications, and reasons why you're not going to come to the convention. That's okay. You're going to fail at this business like you did your last 20. If you want to be successful in our business, and I'm talking about significantly successful in the lives of other people, you got to be at the major event. There's no way around it. You got to be there. I don't care what happens. I don't care what's going on. If somebody ain't dying or somebody's not giving birth, get your behind to the event. I don't care. I don't care what money you have or don't have. Get yourself enrolled, get you some products sold, and get to the event. Get your behind to the event. However you got to do it. You're an adult. Figure it out. You figured everything else out. Get to this convention. It's January 31st through February 2nd. We are in November. You've got the whole month to go diamond. You got the whole month to go ruby. Now, here's what's so powerful about these events. You go ruby. Watch this. This is strong. You go ruby, the company gives you $1,000 bonus on top of your commissions. You go emerald, company gives you $5,000 bonus, top of your commissions. You go diamond, company gives you $7,500 on top of your commission. So by you rank advancing to ruby, emerald, diamond, you've made, ladies and gentlemen, just in rank up bonuses, $13,500 in bonuses. To be a diamond is 6,800 BV. See, if you got people boosting their packs, this is simple. If you got them just coming in for $99 and I'm going to enroll a couple people here and give them a code, this will never happen. Ever. You got to get it here first. Get them to boost their packs right away. Why? Because an emerald, to promote an emerald, that's 2 rubies, 2 ruby ladies. Ruby is 1 executive lady. Okay? That's all this is. It's simple. Then your qualified legs, this is, I don't even want you to focus on that. Let's get this done. Okay? Let's get that done. So if you put your list together, you put your list together of 50 loyal customers, 50 distributors, and you process that list in terms of inviting them correctly. You can go over to YouTube right now, type in Jared Wilkins invite, and you'll see an invite on there that teaches you what to say to invite people from your list to your sipping shares. Okay? And they actually come. They show up. You enroll them. Guys, I'm telling you, I want so many more of you in the month of November getting that bonus. 13,000. That's why I get passionate about what we're doing, because I know how life-changing that 13,500 can be in your bank account for your families. Okay? Huh? Right before Christmas. That is so powerful. Get that done, okay? So now, plug into the system. I know many of you already got your tickets, which is phenomenal. Those of you watching this, maybe you hadn't heard about the event, get yourself registered for that event, that major convention. You're going to be able to meet Mark and Cindy Pentecost, the owners of the company, Mike Patillo, Chief Sales Officer. You're going to meet all of the ambassadors. You're going to meet all of the diamonds. You're going to, guys, oh, well, I was going to call you, but I know you're busy. You know what we're busy doing? We're busy hunting for the next diamond. That's what we're busy doing. You should volunteer to become one. 6,800 BV for the month, not the week. For the month. With this structure in place, you go diamond, you go ruby, emerald, diamond, that's $13,500 in bonuses. And we've had several people already to do it. It's doable. Now, will everybody do it? Of course not. Not everybody graduates college. Not everybody does everything. But is it doable? If you follow these steps here and you're able to put a check mark next to these, ladies and gentlemen, it's definitely doable. So do we have questions? Let me see if we got some questions here that have come up on the chat.
The chat's not on.
Oh, the chat's not on. Okay. I messed it up?
Yes.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. So that's why I don't do all the behind the scenes stuff. My wife handles all that. But nonetheless, want to make sure that we covered these specifically. Make sure that you're able to put check marks next to each and every one of these things. We were going to talk high level about a lot of the system that we provide and we protect with. Why it's so important. Get people charted out for Ruby. That's a part of the game planning session. When you do your game planning sessions, that's where this comes into place. What are they running for? Okay, they got to be sponsoring some distributors. I promise you, you personally sponsor 12 to 15 distributors within 30 days, you will create momentum. Sponsor 12 to 15. Why? 3 to 5 will quit. 3 to 5 will incubate. 3 to 5 will build. And you identify these people not based on what they're saying, but based upon what they're doing. This is where you invest your time. But you got to put a good batch of 12 to 15 distributors in. They get in, they boost their packs, and I promise you the numbers will always work out that way. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time and your attention. I think we're past the top of the hour, 60 minutes like I've talked about. If you have any questions as it relates to this training, pick up the phone, send a text message, pick up the phone, give a call to your plugged-in upline, okay? Whether that person's a Ruby, whether they're Emerald, Diamond, Double Diamond, Triple Diamond, whatever it is, make sure you call them and let's get any questions about any one of these steps answered for you so we can get you onto Diamond. God bless you, God bless your families, and God will certainly bless your dreams.